in Louvain-la-Neuve, Belgium, and in environmental studies from the Université de Libre de Bruxelles, also in Belgium. For the past 10 years, Sebastien has directed documentaries in Europe, Africa, and North America, focusing on themes such as the environment, sustainability, North-South relations, and human rights. He has worked with organizations ranging from Greenpeace to Green Belgium to Engineers Without Borders. Sebastien now works and leads Grizzly Films, a production company based in Brussels, where he is working on a web project about 3 border walls called Connected Walls, and that will actually also be the main topic of the presentation he has tonight. The title he's chosen is Connected Walls, the impact of a documentary web project as cultural diplomacy along border walls. So please join me in a very warm welcome for Mr. Sebastien Wielemans. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, it works. Perfect. Sorry for the delay. It took a bit time to make everything work, but it seems that now everything is all right. Just to present myself in a few words, as he was saying, as Mark was saying, I'm a filmmaker from Belgium. I've been making documentaries for the last 10 years in different continents. I've been traveling a lot for this, for pleasure, with friends, but at the end what I'm really passionate of is like traveling and making important projects coming on, speaking about movies and lately web projects. Before I present you the short trailer that we made and which speaks about the project, I just want to tell you how I went to the idea of working about borders. I've been a participant of a web project called Move Media, which brought me, in fact, along the US-Mexico border, and where I had the mission to make short documentaries, and which were broadcasted on television, but also on the web. And at the end of the process, we figured out that the movies were more seen on the web than on television for various reasons, because it was more accessible. And also, I made another border project for the Belgian television called VRT. And this project brought me the idea of making this project here, which intends to bring solidarity and more communication between separated communities. So I'm just gonna show you first trailer.
I want to get line drive.
Want to lose weight?
The West Germans come to make the point that the wall has suddenly become irrelevant.
I'm on the Palestine side right now. I'm on the West Bank. I'm on an area that Israelis themselves can't go. The Israelis have built this wall.
Ceuta y Melilla son de Marruecos hasta siempre. Viva Marruecos y fuera España.
You see the demarcation between the big fence and the little fence. You can drive an SUV into that at 40 miles an hour and it will stop you.
making a website, and I'd like to start with this citation of the famous musician Daniel Barenboim, which in fact one of his previous projects was bringing musicians from Palestine and Israel and making music with each other. And I was convinced when I heard about the project that something was actually possible with the culture. The main intentions, what we would like to do, in fact, is, as you all know, more and more separations are being built around the world. And especially in these times of crisis where our economical and political systems trying to point responsible for our misfortune. And in this context, I would like to bring new ideas which bring dialogue and don't bring like the imposition of walls, a sentiment, a feeling of fears. And the main, I've got like a few points explaining what I'm trying to do here. The first point would be the concept of tribe. What we try to do is, in fact, creating a sort of a virtual tribe by bringing people who are separated for geopolitical reasons, and by creating a website and a challenge of two people working together, we think we're going to create a new community which will bring new dialogues and new thoughts that will be important to speak about this area. I'm convinced that the web can be very useful if you look around with the Arab uprise. Definitely it would haven't happened if people were not using the web. Nowadays everyone can share ID through the web, and without going into big structures like television or press, you can share your IDs directly with another. And so we would like really to create this community which in fact is crossing the walls. Then what we would like is like to engage a community. That means in words, you will have like 3 teams. Those teams are each one composed of 2 directors. These 3 teams will in fact compete from each other. And what we think is that it will provoke a sort of support from the community. So if you have, for example, a Mexican and American director working together, you will have the population living in those areas who will support those teams in front of the one living thousands of kilometers from there. And by doing this kind of a process, we think it will bring a new unity, but also a sort of support and also a spirit of solidarity. And I'm pretty sure that it will have a sort of effect on the subconscious of the people, like knowing that people try to work together despite these material structures in between them. And I think this is a good way to bring new dialogue. And the third point would be the voices of the local. Most of the people don't really know what's happening around there. Everybody have heard about those waters, but they don't really know what is happening there. So we've got like those local directors who will really go directly along those areas which are not really famous or not really shown. And so that's going to be one of our frame. But the other frame is also the comments and the participation of the people living in those areas. And I think this is really important. Just for me or for you, is just knowing what is actually happening on those fields. And what we want to do is bring their voices directly to the decision makers, which are going on the web like everyone on the world. Like we're just trying to destroy this, how do you call that, this triangle situation, you know, where you have those the public, which is like the mass, and and the people living on the top, and the discussion is not really possible because it's like massive structures. It's like coming here, I live in Brussels, but I don't have any contact with the people working in these structures, which is totally nonsense. And what we try to do is like to break the triangle, making a sort of circle, and probably many people around have heard about Google Plus or this kind of social medias where we can create, in fact, groups, and people from every social class can bring and come to these groups. And that's what we try to do, really bringing the voices of those people living on the borders and letting them the possibility to reach people working in such structures as the European Union or the UN. The next point is just getting educational materials. It's just like after the project, it's going to be like a 2-month project, and we will collect 18 movies speaking about 6 topics, and we'll have comments from the audience, but also input from them, like new medias, like pictures or videos. And at the end of the 2-month project, we would like to collect all these materials and make a sort of a DVD or a book, which we could bring into seminars or universities, conferences, and stuff like that, just to make the point, okay, you have those borders, what are the similarities, and what are the differences, and what can it bring? I'm pretty sure, like lots of people say, yeah, but you cannot compare Israel from Mexico because it's totally not the same situation. Well, of course, it's not the same situation geopolitically speaking, but on the other side, I'm pretty sure that people living in front of the wall, whatever the geopolitical situation, they have practical problems every day, and that's what we're trying to do. It's really seeing the similarities and differences. What about the structures of the website? So what we want to do is like, as I was saying, is like pointing 3 areas, having 3 crews. Before launching the website and the sort of a challenge, we'll have the website which will present the different areas. First of all, we have Israel and the West Bank wall. The website will collect, so here you can find a very practical technical information. But what we would like to tell also is why the wall is there and what is the position of both of the communities. Like in Israel, their point of view is that they had to build a wall because for protection reason after the terrorist attack in the Second Intifada. On the other side, you have the Palestinians who will say that, in fact, it's a reason to just make the unity of Palestine not possible to come, especially with the implementation of Israeli settlements. This is sort of kind of information that we want to provide, just to make sure that the audience, when they will arrive on the website, they know a little bit the concept of the situation. Here you have also the Mexican-US, which is more immigration issues. And here you have the enclave Melilla, which is also an immigration issue, but it's also a territorial issue. If you go to Morocco, you will see that most of the Moroccans, they don't accept this situation, and they consider those Spanish enclaves as new colonies. This is something that we don't really know, but many Moroccans, they will say that. And the Arab League don't consider these places as Spain. That doesn't mean that we are supporting this point of view, it's just that we want to point their point of view, and maybe the dialogues and new solution will arise. What about the topics? First of all, what we want to do is that we want the participation of the audience. We want them to come on the website and to choose topics that we will provide on the website. In fact, the people will just, in fact, be able to select a topic that they want the directors to work on, and the production company will just collect the votes and make a sort of rate and decide which topic was selected the most. And then the most selected topic will be the topic that the directors will have to work on. As you can see, it's like very open topics, and but what we want to be sure is that from those topics, the director will have really their personal ability to work on the topic. We want to find directors who have a really strong point of view, very sensible point of view, and we want to give them the liberty, the freedom to work on those topics. So we'll have 18 short documentaries. We'll have interviews of the directors, and this is probably one of the most important things on the project, is that the people will, in fact, see the directors interviewed just to know how they managed to work, despite there is a wall in between them. How did they manage to shoot in this area, despite they don't have the permit to go there? And that's part of the main challenge. Nowadays, thanks to the web, you can share images, and you can, if you communicate really good with each other, you can arrange and try to work together despite the fact that you cannot be close to each other. So the part of the judgment, I think this is really important, that the people can come into the debate and choose a topic, making comments of the movies, if they like, if they didn't like, what they should have brought in the movie, what was not attached, what was not inside the movie. We would like them also to make a sort of a vote system. I think this is a participatory process that will engage people to come back to the website. Yeah, that's about it. And the blog is just the impulse of the public to be able to bring new informations, and it can be text, it can be pictures, it can be videos, it can be web links, just to make, like the movie, as I was saying earlier in the morning, is like, a movie is not an end, you know, it's really opening new windows of discussion, and that's what we really want to do. It's like, with the movies, it's gonna bring discussions. Yeah, the next step would be like a communication strategy. How are we gonna speak about this project? Maybe some of you have heard about a border project which was made along the Gaza and Israel separation. And it was a really interesting project financed by Arte, and it has a huge success as a web documentary. But when I went on the ground, you know, and speaking with people who were really working in field industry, they never heard about that project, and I found that a bit sad, you know, that you really put an impulse and energy of bringing a really interesting project, but that the local people don't see it. And what we intend to do is that we really want local people to come on the website. We will use, like, everybody knows, like, all those social medias, so we really want to be active on those structures. We really want to work also with a press website and blogs. We went in Israel, in Palestine, like 2 months ago, and in Morocco last month, just to find those poles of communication, which are press people, television people, NGOs, associations, structures who are working about human rights and racism and immigration issues. Those people who have actually a network that can share the website project when it will be launched, because we really want local people to come to the website, and that's how we're gonna work. And we would like also to spread the message through universities and NGOs and hopefully television, but that's gonna be the most hard manner to do. Concerning the languages, we would like to work with 3 languages: Arabic, Spanish, and English, just to make sure that the local communities can at least understand one of the languages. The second life, like you all know, when you do a project on the web, it's like very exciting. It's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and at the end, nobody's coming back because it's not broadcast anymore. There's nothing. What we want to do is like just leave the website on the web, just for the people to be able to come back. Maybe bring another version, another session where we will bring other areas, other borders in, this kind of concept. And educational materials, just like making DVDs and spreading the messages for conferences and moving around, speaking about all the issues, universities, conferences. Yeah, so what we've done in concrete terms, we made a Facebook page just to start spreading the word. For the moment, we have only 150 fans, following the messages. But every day you have new people coming on the website, and especially people coming from the area, which I'm pretty surprised. Like every 3 days, I have someone coming from Mexico, or coming from Israel, and that I've never heard about. And it's like step by step, people are starting to hear about it. Concerning the partners, like we are just trying for the moment finding local partners and international partners. We have the Cinémathèque in Tanger, which is like the structures in cinema, author cinema in Tanger, which is really interested in supporting us. The people from the UNRWA, which is like the United Nations Association, which is really focusing on the Palestinian refugees. And they have a branch there called the BMU, the Barrier Monitoring Unit, which are in fact analyzing the social impacts of the war. And I went to see them, and they were really excited about giving more information if needed on the website. Of course, the Institution for Cultural Diplomacy, who is inviting us, and those structures, ESODOC and ZEDIC, who organized a seminar where I had the possibility to really make this project happen. Also, what I wanted to say is like concerning the designing of the website, because the website doesn't exist yet. We are in contact with a Canadian production company which is specialized in communication strategies, and we have also contacts with Amsterdam web designers, and we are still thinking about the idea how we're gonna work. Call for directors. So definitely what we want to do is like looking for the directors in June. So that means through our communication polls, give a simple web page where we are just looking for the directors and where they will be able to provide stuff that they've done in the past and CVs, so that we can, from their application, choose the people who seem to be the most relevant directors to work on this kind of project. And the launch of the website would appear probably, we hope, in winter 2012, and especially that would be awesome if we could launch that on the 9th of November, the date where the Berlin Wall was demolished. So that's about it. So what we look for the moment is like people like you who could be interested in bringing us support in speaking about the project, bringing impulse about this kind of issues. It can be immigration issues, it can be racism, human rights, people who know structures, who can really be interested in supporting the website. And on the other side, of course, we're looking for fundings. So if anyone of yours know in which kind of direction we should go, for the moment we've tried with the Belgian community, but I think this is really not going to be enough. So we really want to be look for international fundings, I would say. So, and these are my local contacts, and if you want to know more about it, just go on the Facebook page, or we've got flyers traveling around here. Don't hesitate to ask for it. So I don't know if we have still a little bit of time to just show a short documentary, maybe, just to show which kind of movies we are looking for. Okay, perfect.
We're supposed to leave it around 6, but I think we do have some time, so maybe 10 minutes or something, just to give us a flavor. Would that be possible?
Okay.
Is it okay with everyone here? Yeah, just, so we don't just speak about the film, but we can also experience. So I'd say maybe 10 minutes, and I think unless we have protests from the security, yeah, we should be okay.
What do we have here? So this is a short movie that I shot along the US-Mexico border. It's a movie that I shot in 1 week and which was broadcasted on the web. This is the kind of format that we would really look for.
Yeah, we are not concerned about who is president. Matter of fact, we don't really care because we will still mobilize, and we have mobilized, and we have decided that we are going to take this country back, and we'll start from county to county and state to state. And we'll just bypass the president because he's just a puppet head. That's all he is anyway.
I've partied with ZZ Top, I mean, there's so many bands I hung with. I mean, when you're in the music industry, it's just like the Minutemen. It's a circle. And so then the only people you're surrounded by are musicians, producers, theater, or recording studios. That's where I hung out almost all the time, was recording studios, because that's where I scouted my talent. Oh no, I still hang with musicians. But I hang more now with radicals.
No, I had a life once. I had a marriage, I had a business, but it's all gone because I've dedicated myself to this. When you really see the doses, when you're no longer ignorant, it's very hard to go back to being ignorant, you know? You just can't. And I'm a fighter, so when I see such injustice, then I want to fight for it, you know, or fight against it.
I tend to make friends with people that live on the edge, people that have passion for life, or that are truth seekers. Those tend to be the people that I generally generate towards, is truth seekers or adventurers. Kurt Cobain was an interesting guy, not a friendly guy, but an interesting guy.
And the thing is that we're not getting like scientists and the educated, you know, we're getting third world people that have third world values coming into a country that's not a third world country, but slowly adapting to all that value system of the third world, and then finding it to be acceptable in America.
So that's the comparison. It's passion. Passion is what is the element that they both have. Musicians have passion, Minutemen have passion. And right here really represents to me America. This is my country. You know, and this is what you got to be willing to die for. You have to be willing to die for your country. I don't care about the presidency. To be honest, I don't care. I put no weight in it at all. What I put weight in is my fellow Americans, my brothers and sisters out there who are suffering. We know what we need to do to secure these borders. We know what we need to do to secure the sovereignty of this nation. And that's what we're going to do, one American at a time, one step at a time, through education, perseverance, and the dynamic human spirit, the dynamic American human spirit. And through that, we will save this country, and we will win this war. This is Shawna Ford in American Defense. Are we good?
So that was a short movie that I made in 2008, which showed a point of view, I would say, and I'm pretty sure it opens questions and remarks about this kind of passion, I would say. Do we have still a few minutes for showing a movie?
Sure, let's do one more, sure.
If the DVD player works on this computer, and it's when I went to Israel like 2 months ago. Well, is there anyone who can help me maybe open this DVD? Yeah, perfect.
You good?
Yeah, it seems to be working. So yeah, when I went to Israel, I came to an organization called Iramim, and Iramim is an NGO which is giving information about the social impacts of the war. And they organize every year a festival of young Palestinian and Israeli directors. And I just found a DVD, and there's one short movie that I really liked. And English. Perfect. Do we know the subtitles? No.
also, interact with a practitioner of cultural diplomacy. We've spoken a lot about the theory with politicians, with professors. Here's somebody who's actually doing it in the flesh and blood as a European. So I think a great example of European cultural diplomacy. And so at this moment, I think we should leave actually, because they're setting up for the next event already. They've been very generous and patient with us a few extra minutes.